SUI, a Feranmut that in the ancient past of Yan on Terra betrayed its own kin and fought alongside the Yanese people and their emperor, the True Lung. Now, it of course didn't betray its own kind out of something silly like love or compassion for humans. No. SUI had one selfish desire, and that was to become the god of Yan. However, the True Lung discovered its true intentions for helping them, and by the end of the war, the humans challenged it and subjugated SUI. SUI then fell into deep slumber and was imprisoned in a mausoleum close to the capital of Yan, Baijiao. Even in its sleep, it has of course never forgotten the humiliation it suffered. Over the long years, it has slowly begun to reawaken with the sole goal of vengeance. But while it was asleep, something very interesting happened to its own consciousness, its own mind. It gradually over time fragmented into 12 individual beings known as SUI proxies. Before we go any further, let me give you all a few quick rundowns for some of the terms used so far, starting with FERANMUT. FERANMUT could be a topic that I could make a whole separate standalone lore video on, so I'll keep myself short here. Simply think kaiju, or titans as they are called in the recent American Godzilla movies and series. Although, as sad as I am to say this, as a super fan of the Big G, Godzilla would look like an ant compared in size to a FERANMUT. It's like trying to compare the Burj Khalifa to Mount Everest. You could also say that FERANMUTs discovered height maxing and really loved it, I guess. Anyway, back to serious facts. Because of their size and powers, FERANMUTs have been called gods in many places across Terra, and are even to this day being worshipped in some of them. Kjerag is one such example, where their deity Kjeragander is worshipped like a god, while she herself is mingling with the people of Kjerag, and happily spends her time with their current saintess, Anya, also known as Rhodes Island operator Promonix. Outside of Kjerag, most people don't even know these creatures exist, or just know about them from old stories. And how could they know they're real, when all they do these days is hibernate, and have basically become the earth and mountains under people's feet? But, just like with Kjeragander, while the body sleeps, the mind explores. And it explores the world of Terra with a proxy. A FERANMUT proxy is, simply put, a humanoid avatar that a FERANMUT uses to explore the human realm with. When a proxy is created, it inherits some of the powers of its original self and a portion of its consciousness. A proxy can live for very, very long periods of time, centuries or even millennia, and not age a day. They can be killed or die when their FERANMUT counterpart awakens. When that happens, it isn't just a normal death. No. The proxy, knowledge and memories about them, and any and all of their creations vanish from existence. Simply put, it's like they never existed in the first place. However, while a proxy can't create something themselves and leave it behind for humans when they die, there is a way to circumvent this rule. Like the old proverb says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Many of the proxies have taken this proverb to heart in one way or another. Some do it through music, some through spiritual guidance. One specific group, however, decided to improve the lives of an entire nation through many fields of knowledge, and that group is known as SUI proxies. When the SUI went to sleep and it was contained in the tomb of SUI, its consciousness split into 12 proxies. At the start, the proxies had no sense of self, or a numerical hierarchy, but that changed with one simple question. Who am I? It took them a long time to find the answer, but with it, they also formed personalities. They found their own happiness in life, fields they want to become expert or just better in, and have improved the nation of Yan in many ways. From the written word, to kung fu, to stupid B-quality movies. Everyone has something they love doing. Their existence, however, comes with the looming threat of the SUI reawakening. Like stated earlier, when that happens, it will be like they never were here to begin with. To fight this fate of theirs, Nian, one of the proxies, began gathering her siblings, and with the extra help of humans, they started to build an artificial heart of SUI. The idea is to create a vessel that all the siblings can bind themselves to, and once SUI itself wakes up or is killed, they should be safe and sound. This is an ongoing plotline in a very long line of stories in Arknights called collectively Through the Ages. For anyone interested, I'll leave links down below in the description box for all these stories, from first to the current last one. It's quite a journey, so enjoy, and thank you very much. Shameless self-plug aside, let's round this up and introduce all the proxies that are currently known in the global version of Arknights. Please note, I will only show the ones we saw on global so far. If there are more in the CN version, I have not seen them, and will not see them until the next story drops. Thank you, and let's begin. So then, first the playable proxies in order of introduction, starting with Nian. Introduced with Ancient Forge, she is the 9th proxy, is associated with metalworking and forging, and has the power of shape. She also likes to direct movies in her free time. Dusk. The 11th proxy introduced with Who is Real, and possesses the power of will. Dusk is a recluse, an artist, and is capable of creating entire worlds inside her paintings. Ling. Associated with poetry and obsessed with alcohol, she is the 3rd proxy and has the power of Unfettered. Introduced with Invitation to Wine, she is capable of bending reality with her dreams, and was stationed in Human together with her brother Chongyue. Chongyue. 1st proxy and master of all things Kung Fu. Introduced in Where Vernal Winds Will Never Blow. Chongyue served for many years as Grandmaster in the Human Garrison, and has trained some of Yan's best and brightest warriors and generals. Shu. Agriculture is her expertise, the rice fields her domain expansion. Introduced in Hira People's Souls, Shu possesses the power of causality, and has probably had one of the biggest impacts on Yan's society when it comes to crop cultivation, even in the harshest of environments. Yu. Our newest playable and 12th proxy of the siblings. Introduced in Such Is the Joy of Our Reunion, he possesses the power of vitality, and similar to Shu, had one of the biggest impacts on Yan's culture. In Yu's case, it was done through cuisine and the art of cooking. And that is it for now for the playable SUI siblings. There are also a few that are not playable yet, but have been in the stories so far. Without further ado, in no particular order, let's start with Yi. 7th proxy and capable merchant, possessing the power of unreal and real. Just like Shu, Yi was also introduced in Here A People's Souls. Yi. An architect and master of Feng Shui, Yi is the 8th proxy and serves as the proprietor of the Garden of Grotesqueries. Yi was introduced in the latest story, which also serves as a lead-in story for IS-6, Fantasy in the Mirage. Wang. The second proxy, Association, War, and Wei Qi, has appeared and was mentioned in many of these stories for a long time. Sadly though, I can't say more about him here since that would be spoiling some big plot points about him. Jie, the fifth proxy and only one that has died a long time ago. She might be forgotten by the world, but her impact on Nian might just be the largest one of all of them. You see, Jie was once a teacher and was teaching humans how to read and write. She basically helped reduce illiteracy in Nian. Jie is also the one who came up with the names for all the SUI siblings. And that would be all for now. A new story is coming this summer to Global Arknights in 2026, so there will be more lore to discover there, and a new playable sibling to add to the roster. In the meantime, I hope this has helped you all to get a better understanding, picture about the SUI, its proxies, and Feranmuts in general. If so, please leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!